Yo, what's up, fellas? What it do?
What it do?
What it do? Vegas
What up,
Golden
y'all?
Knights representing over there with an LA hat. Doesn't match, but I'll take
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Vegas, baby.
I wreck,
Turn the A
man.
upside down.
Huh? So the A upside down? That's right. V. What it do?
Not much, man. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. Welcome to the Dynasty Rookie Mode
We're up
podcast.
Tired over
Yeah, we tired from this quarantine
we
life.
all. Staying safe for Nevada, man. Stay home for Nevada.
Yes, sir. Let's get this show on the road.
So we got some interesting topics. We got a quick question, plus we're breaking down our top 5 quarterbacks. Yay, the bread and butter of the NFL draft, right, fellas?
Yes, sir. You can let me play the intro.
Oh, you haven't played the intro?
It's all right, man. You ruined the mojo.
I did.
But first things first, man, let's go over the news and notes. Biggest news, the biggest trade on the week. Brandon Cooks traded for the 8th time of his career. This is going to be his, what, 4th team?
That just sounds bad.
Yeah. But this,
He resembles a military kid that just keeps switching schools.
yeah.
It's not his choice.
But other teams been paying up for this dude. He was drafted in the first round, traded for a first round, traded again for another first round, and now traded for a second round to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, that just shows how dynamic he is when he
Yeah.
does play.
When he does play.
Yeah, he has 3,000-yard seasons. Well, he has 1,000-yard season with 3 different teams. I mean, that kind of speaks volumes on the guy, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The only thing is there's concerns with the concussion, but let's talk about Houston. What is Houston doing? Are they just trying to just throw everything away?
Yeah, Bill O'Brien, man.
What is going on?
He's
They
trying
need
to
to fire him.
he knows he's on his way out. And he's trying
Isn't
to
he the general manager too?
he is.
He's trying to fire himself.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like he knows he knows he's on his way out, but he's trying to push everything he can right now to push for a chip, but doing it for all the wrong reasons, the wrong way, destroying this team's future.
Yeah, not only that. I mean, yeah, definitely. If he's going for a championship, why would you trade your best player for an aging running back and then bring in Cooks, who has injury concerns? Wasn't himself last year. I mean, second round value, you probably could have got a third round for Cooks.
I said it on previous podcasts, man. You know what I'm saying? Bring the Oilers back in. Let's get it. At this
Yeah,
point,
man.
that would be more of a story than this.
We'll have Warren Moon come in, be the head coach. Mike Jones will be the hype man.
Mike Jones.
Paul Wall will be
shit.
will be the general manager.
No. We got to make him the uniform designer.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
On everything.
The curse of Paul Wall. Yeah, man. Interesting stuff going on in Houston.
But basically they traded away Hopkins for Cooks and Johnson. Right?
Yeah, that just sounds horrible, man.
Yeah.
It's a rookie mistake for an NFL organization. But yeah, we'll see how they do. Maybe Deshaun Watson will still be able to produce with 3 deep threats and David Johnson.
I think Nick had it right. He don't want to stay no more.
Yeah, I think after that is kind of painting the picture that he's probably not going to be there next year. I mean, he will be a free agent. So I think teams are going to go after him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Any other news? Any other news that hit?
No, I saw Tua he had his own little pro day.
Yeah. There's some news surrounding Tua circulating. Obviously, he released his pro day highlights, and yeah, he looked good. He was making all the throws. Didn't look like the hip was affecting him, but then there was speculation that he did not pass a physical for a team that's in the top 10. Did you guys hear about that?
I didn't.
Yeah, there's a report that a team that he, was requested to take a physical and he didn't pass. So I don't know if that's concerning. I don't know. Maybe he's going to drop down even further. But the team wasn't obviously released who, but apparently it was a team in the first round. So you could only question whoever's QB needy in the first 10 picks. So for him not to pass that's kind of alarming. But we kind of knew that he was kind of coming in still hurt. So for him to still be recovering and making, actually being able to practice, that's kind of showing where he's at, health-wise.
I don't know, man. The hip's a big injury to come back off of, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, that's through generating all the movement and all the power to make those throws. So if he doesn't if it doesn't heal well, then it's going to be something that's going to be a red flag going down. And I think that's what a lot of teams are kind of evaluating. Necessarily saying that this player may be our future, or this player may not be able to play at the level he did prior to his injury. It's going to slow him down. So, yeah, I think Tua will still be drafted 10 though.
Hopefully he's going through the physical therapy that he needs to strengthen that hip. And I really hope he goes underneath the quarterback that's a pro right now. I mean, I don't know who would it be, but that way he can get the time to heal up to 100%.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we'll dive deep into it in one of the later segments, and we'll kind of dive deep on what we think could happen in Tua's future. We'll kind of break down his track record.
We'll get into him real soon. But before that, just a quick question to you guys, Mangs. Over under 6 wide receivers taken in the first round.
I think it's gonna be over because the running backs aren't really that deep. So there's a lot of teams that need defensive players and some offensive line, but I think it's going to be close.
I would take the over too. I think that it's going to be 7 wide receivers taken in the first round. Just basing off the draft order for the first round, there's a lot of teams that are wide receiver needy, especially in that second half of the draft order. So I would say 7. I'll take the over.
I got the push on this one, man. I'll say 6. 6. I have the Jets, the Raiders, San Francisco, Denver, Philly, and the Ravens.
Oh, I have a few other teams that could take wide receiver. I mean, the obvious ones are the Jets, Raiders, Niners, and then we get into the Broncos that there's been rumors circulating that they're very interested in Ruggs. Then you go into that second half, which the Eagles, they definitely need to address the wide receiver position at one point in this draft. I think they'll probably take 2 or 3 guys by
the Vikings.
The Vikings. Yeah, Vikings are another team. The Saints and the Packers.
Yeah.
So I could see 7. I'll definitely and confidently take the over on this one. Just a lot of talent.
I'll take the push, man.
Take the push.
I'll take the push.
We'll see, man. It's in 2 weeks. Are you guys excited for the draft?
Hell yeah.
I mean, kind of bittersweet. It's going on, but it's not going on the way it was scheduled to happen.
Right. I mean, it's happening at least. and
It's
it's gonna be
happening. That's
some
what I'm saying. It's
sports,
happening.
some
I mean,
sports for the world.
we're adjusting to it. I mean, we would have been at a bar, watching it instead of doing a podcast of it. So
Honestly, exactly. So now we're getting more exposure because we're very limited on, you know, our interaction with others.
Yeah,
So we're talking about even bringing it live, kind of spectating it live, So maybe even I'll probably say day 2 we could do that.
what?
Kind of go over,
Oh,
live reactions.
yeah,
Because it'd be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's only in 2 weeks, so I'm definitely waiting and looking forward to something positive going on sports
definitely.
wise.
Yeah, definitely. All right, fellas, the moment you guys been waiting for, the most important position in Dynasty, the quarterback position. And we're going to break down our consensus top 5 rookie quarterbacks of the year.
Yes, and to give a little bit of a couple more context, it's not a deep class. There's 5 guys that everyone should be familiar with at this point. There's going to be
What?
potentially 4 quarterbacks that be drafted in the first round, potentially, depending on how high some teams are on. I think our consensus number 4. But yeah, man, I'm kind of excited too to see where these guys land.
Yeah, I mean, some of them is going to be pretty obvious. Top 5
I hope they
picks.
go past first.
The what?
I said I hope they all fall past the first, except for Burrow, of course. But that's because I think that's the only one that's NFL ready right now.
And you know what? That's not even that bold if you think about it, because with Tua's concerns that we were just talking about and Herbert's concerns, consistently, it could possibly happen. I doubt it, but there's that 20% chance that players are going to slip out of the first, their quarterbacks. I doubt it, but you just never know.
Are you guys talking about in our Dynasty rookie draft?
And I'm talking about the NFL. Eddie, were you talking about the? Yeah, I'm talking about the NFL. I'm talking about Herbert and Tua.
I think
going
3
past.
quarterbacks on the first, at least.
Oh, at minimum, yeah.
I need one, and I don't really want to pick up one because I know Burrow's going to leave before I actually want to pick him up. So that's dynasty wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about Dynasty after we break them down. But first on the board, our consensus number 1, as it's no surprise to anybody, Joe Burrow, LSU, 6'4", 216 pounds. He had a 76.3 completion rate. He had a what's the word? Record-breaking year for a quarterback or a college player in general. 5,671 yards, 60 touchdowns on 6 interceptions. I mean, what can you say about what he did for the LSU school? I mean, he defeated 7 top 10 teams. 7. That's a number that has not been reached. I mean,
not by himself. I mean, the whole LSU team was pretty amazing this past year. So
yeah, I mean, they broke a lot of numbers. I mean, as far as yards and points, I mean, they were just crushing everybody.
But I think that's my only thing bad to say about Burrow is like he had a great supporting cast, and I mean, yeah, he has great movement, great pocket presence, and definitely loves the go route for sure. But I think he needs those wide receivers to give him that extra oomph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to tag on to what Eddie's saying, yeah, he definitely has that natural instinct. He has that killer instinct. I think you could see that he has that X factor when he plays. It's really difficult to go against to win the SEC. That's where a lot of the powerhouses are. And for him to go in there and dominate and then dominate in the college football championship, I mean, the guy is really good. He has excellent timing. He can place the ball where the wide receiver anticipates it very, very well. He's definitely a field general for sure. I mean, everything that you want out of a quarterback. He has excellent size, excellent arm strength, can make those difficult passes. He's actually was rated the highest quarterback prospect that's coming out. He rated the highest when under pressure. So that kind of shows to his demeanor and how much control he has within the pocket and how he's fluid within the pocket. And he composes himself. He doesn't let the pressure come to him, which is excellent because some quarterbacks definitely going to try to get the ball thrown away. Going to try to make something out of, try to force something that isn't there. But he just has excellent composure. I think that's one of the things that is his biggest trait as an intangible is just how calm he is in the pocket, how calm he is when he's making these throws.
Exactly, and that's something that you can't really teach. I mean, we'll talk about the other quarterbacks, but just calm in the pocket already. I mean, you can knock him for having a good team, but at the same time, he's the one that's orchestrating the team. I don't think Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson without him.
Or Jamar Chase is
what
Jamar Chase.
What I was trying to get to is he going to have the same thing with the Bengals? Like, he's going to have great wide receivers, but
yes, he's walking into a pretty good system. I mean, I know the media hates the Bengals, but I mean, come on, what's the word? They put that tender on AJ Green. They got Boyd back. Auden Tate's a good wide receiver. Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, their rookie lineman from last year is coming back. I mean, they got the pieces.
Just not defense, but I think they also go and address wide receiver at some point in the draft, and you're going to get a great value come, day 2, day 3.
Wondering, you know what I'm saying? Because I might pick him up in the first round,
Don't.
I mean, you have really early picks, so I hope you do.
Yeah, I would
take him at 1-1. Take him at 1-1.
You know what? I've seen it done on a mock draft yesterday, so it's possible.
It's possible for sure. So, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, only unless it's a super flex. If it's a super flex, then obviously you're going to be taking Joe Burrow at 101 without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
But yeah, I mean, by all means, Eddie, take your quarterback to your future.
but just talk a little bit more about him. He had a good his throws, man. Like, that's something you can't teach it. You either you have it or you don't. And the way he anticipates it too, he doesn't throw it at them. I mean, of course, that comes with chemistry and stuff like that. And like my only knock on him is that he only did it for 1 year.
I think that's a consensus opinion among everybody right now. That it was a 1 year. Is he a one-hit wonder? And how much did the scheme help him out, and the coaching changes help him out? For him to be able to unlock this potential that he has. And he's actually a pretty mobile quarterback. I think that's something that we didn't address. I mean, he's pretty athletic when it comes. Yeah, he's pretty mobile. I mean, he's not known for it, but he could definitely tuck the ball down and run the game, gain a first down. He's tough. I think that's something else that has to be taken into consideration. Not only is he very difficult to get behind the line, well, at least he was in LSU. His last season, obviously, but he's just somebody that takes hits and can bounce back up, man. I mean, you don't see that. It's like he's very durable.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, actually, no. I thought about something. I was like, wait, no, never mind. I think we already covered that. No, I think Joe Burrow's locked in at 101.
The coaching staff definitely helped them get ready for the NFL because it's more like a more NFL-based playing style.
It was the Saints' West Coast offense. Pretty similar. Anyways, let's move on to the consensus number 2. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Alabama. 6'1", 218 pounds. Completed 71.4% of his passes, 2,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on only 9 games played. Of course, because he had that injury that knocked him out for the rest of the season, and it still is a concerning, as we were talking about earlier. It still is concerning going into the NFL draft, and we'll see if teams think twice of taking him. But if it wasn't for that injury, he could be the best quarterback in this class.
Honestly, if you're an NFL team, you got to think about it this way: is a first round pick that much of a risk for a franchise quarterback if he pans out? No. I think you have to take that in consideration. Quarterback is the most difficult position to play in all sports. Once you have your franchise quarterback, you could do excellent things like a Patrick Mahomes, like a Tom Brady. You surround the pieces after you find the guy. And Tua could be the guy. He has the skills to translate into the NFL, and he's really makes a lot of great throws. He's very accurate, and he makes really sound decisions as a quarterback. That's something you want to see, and he's very mobile. He could throw on the run. That's also something difficult to accomplish, especially for really the position. You don't see that athleticism as much unless you're a Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray type of guy. So I don't know. I think Tua is you got to risk it to get your franchise guy. He has good instincts and good arm strength. So I don't know. What do you fellas think?
I think the only thing that's going to hurt him is that injury. Like, I think that's why the NFL teams are backing out on him right now, because it's a fundamental injury to his whole throwing motion. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only thing that's going to hurt him. But to say that he could be a franchise quarterback, yeah, I could say that too.
Yeah, and it is that durability concern. I mean, pick him with your top pick, and then he's always injured and stuff, and then you get set back 2-3 years or whatever. I mean, however long you guys have him in a team, but that's concerning. But just to speak on him as a quarterback, just his ability to read, I think, is best in the class. And he moves at defenders with his eyes, man. And you guys knocked on Joe Burrow for having a good team. I mean, this kid had Judy, Ruggs, Harris, but even then, he has shown a lot of big playability. And if I'm one of the top teams drafting and I need a quarterback, I wouldn't hesitate taking him.
Yeah, I think a lot of his durability concerns just aren't so related with the hip injury. He has a lot of lower body concerns that happen.
Yeah, it's been multiple injuries.
His ankle yes, but I think he's an also guy that keeps his composure under the pocket. I mean, if his first read isn't there, he could read that second, third read and make those throws, and doesn't try to do too much with the ball. He tries to put it where his guy can get the ball. He comes from a NFL style offense. That's also going to be a huge dividend into a guy translating into the NFL.
Yeah, and he plays in the SEC. That's the conference with the most NFL ready players, pretty much, corners, linebackers, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, prior to this, he was everyone's 1-1. It was tank for Tua.
Yeah, it was. That's what it was called. Hashtag.
It was hashtag tank for Tua, and with the resurgence of Joe Burrow, it's kind of now he's the 1B to Burrow's 1A. But the biggest knock on him is his injury. But you just watch the tape, man. If you see him make those throws and just show how he did with playing against excellent competition. When he came in against was it Clemson?
Georgia?
Who did they play in the national championship?
Georgia,
there you go. Thank you. He just came in second half as a freshman and made that game-winning throw.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just telling you.
And that's
He
something.
just has the X factor.
That's something about Tua over Joe Burrow is that he's done it for years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I could see it. Honestly, I would put Tua over Burrow. Just the biggest thing, obviously, is going to keep knocking him down. Is he's going to be able to pass these physicals, man? Will NFL team take the risk on him?
Yeah,
and I don't see why not. They shouldn't. Chargers, Dolphins are the teams that make the most sense. But there's reports that they have him third, quarterback 3, 4 on their big board. So
Miami might.
So would
jump.
you let him? If he was the NFL team, would you let him fall further than you would really pick him?
I wouldn't. If I was obviously that's above my pay class.
Again.
Earthquake. Damn Thunderbirds. I wouldn't. I mean, if I was an NFL owner, you're drafting a guy that could be your guy for years to come. I'm taking it all the time. And if you're wrong, at least you took the risk,
Yeah. I mean, even Detroit, I'll think twice. I mean, yeah, Stafford, he's there, but I mean, how long has Stafford, Sorry. But yeah,
collectors.
Yeah, they're back at it again. But how long is Stafford, he's going to be the answer,
You calling me right now?
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast with him right now. You guys want to talk to him? Yeah, man. But yeah, like you were saying, Lions definitely could be. Oh man, they're trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, dude.
they double called.
Anyways, this Bell collectors ain't gonna get the best out of me yet. We're in quarantine, man. Stop.
Wait for that stimulus.
Let's move on to the consensus number 3 quarterback, Jordan Love. Utah State, 6'4", 225 pounds. Completed 61.9% of his passes. He threw for 3,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 17 INTs. He had a better sophomore than junior year. I'll tell you that, for 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 6 INTs. And one knockoff, one thing that I picked up is that this last season, they lost their head coach. He got fired. Or no, he just quit. Well, I'm not sure, actually. But they lost the head coach. 9 out of their 11 starters were out. And but this kid, man, sometimes when he does his thing, he'll read the offense right. And his team runs the air raid offense. And what I like about Jordan Love, because I have him over Herbert, and I know that's probably what we're gonna argue about. Like there's any arguing to it, anyways. But what I like about Love over Herbert is that Love actually reads his defenses. And even when he doesn't read the defense right, he still makes plays with his legs. And he throws a good, accurate football with that. More accurate than Herbert. And he does have a high ceiling for the kind of play style that he has. But he's also a low floor quarterback. But he did show some impressive throws for me. He of course he's inaccurate. But the one thing that, like I'm saying, that I like about him over Herbert is the fact that when he was reading the defense and he read it right, I mean, he made the plays that he needed to. And the reason why I brought up about his 9 out of 11 starters, they were playing with the teammates around him. They just weren't good. I mean, we
I think you blame that.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you discredit Joe Burrow and Tua for playing with good teams. I mean, this kid, with the teammates that he had and he put up the numbers that he did, I mean, I'll give a notch to him.
So I want to challenge you on a few different points you made. So you had Tua. I think one of the first comments that you made of Tua was that he can read and move the coverages with his eyes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Jordan Love? Because I think that's his biggest downfall. Like he stares at where he's trying to throw it. He needs to learn how to read and not so much still go. He kind of reminds me. This is what the metaphor I use. Kind of like when I play Madden. Like I just stare at the first read and just throw it anyway. That's what I see from the guy. He has a lot of turnovers. You can't blame coaching changes or talent around him on his decision making. He's throwing the ball. He places them in areas where it's accurate for the defense. I just think that his biggest downfall is where his eyes are down the field. He has tremendous upside. A lot of people are comparing him to Patrick Mahomes.
That's
I
crazy.
think that's a bit wild.
That's crazy to me.
That's a bit wild, but I mean, okay, okay, they're the experts, not me. But I just think he's very athletic. He's very raw. If he goes to a place where he will sit behind, a veteran quarterback to kind of learn the coverages, learn how to read the coverages, learn how to read the assignments for your team, he could be a difference maker. If he gets thrown into the Wolves year one, I could see him being a huge bust.
I don't know. I think he has a lot of potential. He has a very high ceiling. I mean, he's great in the pocket. He might stare down at his route, true, but I mean, he probably only has confidence on one fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you don't know. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean the
I like him. He's got the most potential to me out the whole class besides Burrow.
I mean,
he's just very inconsistent.
He's inconsistent, but the thing is that it was on film. There were some plays where he didn't do a 1 read, a 2 read. He did like a whole 3 read before he actually made the move. Sometimes, yeah, I will agree that he doesn't read the plays right. But he still makes the play with his legs.
Has he been the starter for Utah State? For how long has he been the starter? Is he kind of new as a quarterback? That's what my concern is. I need to dig a little bit more research on him. I watched. He's had how many?
I think this was his second year as a starter.
Okay. So he kind of is raw as a quarterback to begin with. So I'll take that into consideration that he's still fairly new to understanding what his responsibilities are. Does he have flashes of potential, superstar potential? Yeah, of course. He's very athletic. He wouldn't be in the conversation of a first-round draft pick if he didn't. He just has a lot of inconsistencies, has a lot of work on it. If he doesn't work on them and doesn't make improvements, then he's going to be out the NFL, I think, pretty soon. And honestly, he just needs to work on really understanding football.
If this class wasn't so shallow, I mean, this could be a sleeper quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be definitely a second round, third round pick in other drafts.
Eddie, you want to add anything else to your boy?
I mean, y'all had great points, bro. Like, he needs to sit behind a starter real quick.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Actually learn the playing styles. But I mean, I didn't really see the connection towards wide receivers that you usually see between the quarterback and wide receivers. Like, so if he falls somewhere to a veteran wide receiver that could actually he could depend on, then I think it'll be a different story.
A lot of these quarterbacks are going to need to sit behind somebody before they get thrown into there.
I was going to say, I mean, I've been saying, like, Burrow's the only one in the NFL already. So.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a bridge quarterback.
I don't think
a lot of these guys.
So.
Yeah, but I think Jordan Love's the third quarterback off the board, man. With
the Tua news, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. With everything's going around Tua's name, maybe Tua slips to quarterback 4. I mean, it's possible, but I just don't.
Oh, no.
I'd rather take the risk on Tua than a risk on Love.
No, of course. I said third. Tua's second. Jordan Love
Well,
would be third.
Herbert
Over Herbert.
is supposedly second on a lot of teams' draft boards.
All right, let's talk about Herbert then. Justin Herbert, Oregon, 6'6", 237 pounds, completed 66.8% of his passes, 3,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. From Oregon, Cannon Arm, man. This guy slings it. But a lot of what I saw from him is that he overthrows his receivers a lot. And it's not because just because of his strength. He throws it at them instead of anticipating his throws. And that's what I was saying about with Jordan Love, is that Love will actually read the defense. Herbert doesn't. I mean, he'll see the receiver try to get open, and he will throw it at them. And, his mechanics, I mean, I'm not a quarterback guru, but I was doing some research, and the mechanics that Herbert has is wrong based on the way he throws it, because a lot of his throws, he's overthrowing his receivers. Now, he did show some good plays, but it was too inconsistent compared to Love for me. That's why I have Herbert under Love.
I could agree with that. I mean, I think to make it in the NFL, you got to be accurate from the get-go. I mean, I don't think he's that. I'm pretty sure he was really, really low on my list, which really low is probably like 5 or 6. But yeah, man, I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all.
And Herbert, he only played shotgun his whole career. Never took one snap under center at all, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's something important to note, because how many teams are running that same scheme?
Exactly.
I like Herbert. I'd rather take Herbert over Jordan Love 9 times out of 10. I think Herbert possesses a lot of the tools physically that quarterbacks.
Of course, that's your John Elway take.
Yeah, John Elway. It's the next John Elway. It's the next Joe Montana. Yeah. I just thought things that he lacks that competitive spirit. I think that's something that's important in a quarterback to have. When you're down late in a big game, are you going to show up or are you going to fold? And I think from what he's shown, he folds. I think that's something that he has to work on mentally. Is I think that's his biggest thing. I think he tries to do too much because he just has that raw talent, where he's just so physically dominant that he can throw that ball 60 yards down the field. And will he make the pass? If he has the time, he probably will. He has a good percentage of making those passes, but I just don't think that he has that ice that runs through his veins, like the Tom Brady does, or Russell Wilson does, or Patrick Mahomes.
So what you're saying is that he needs a paycheck to love football?
No, Josh Rosen. No, I think he's a better prospect than Josh Rosen was. But I think Herbert. I think he's just raw, man. I think I would rather take the risk on somebody in coaching them up, so that way they feel confident on themselves, instead of the guy that doesn't make good decisions, that has so much to work on. I mean, Jordan Love is more of a project quarterback. With this, you just have to polish him. That's my take on it.
I don't know. If I was a millionaire, I wouldn't put my millions in that.
Me either.
I would. I think he has a skill set that exceeds Jordan Love by miles. He's just as athletic as he's just as mobile. He could hit wide receivers on the run. Like, I'm just saying, like, he just needs to focus on his mental more than his physical.
I don't like what
it develops that confidence, develops that composure. He could be the best quarterback out this class. He has all the skill sets to do it, but
I don't see that ceiling.
I mean, hey, that's definitely your opinion. To me, I could see him having that ceiling for sure. Absolutely.
He doesn't have your basic mechanics, man. I got frustrated just watching him. I mean, he didn't frustrate me as much as the next guy, but like I said, man, like when even I know I'm not a quarterback at all. I can't throw a football for shit, but I know I have to throw my football where they're gonna be, not at them. And like, just stuff like that. Like, you'd even give your receiver a chance.
I think that's more mental though. I don't think that's him. I think it's just him mentally just not in it, and he's trying to do too much. I think he's trying to show that he carry a team on his back, and it just doesn't. He's more inconsistent in that area. I think it's just his confidence, to be honest with you. But I think he has the vision. He well exceeds Jordan Love as a prospect for me. Well exceeds him. So I'm surprised you both have him at number 3. So I was kind of waiting for this to happen so that way I could debate you guys, because I love to hear your guys' insight and feedback on why you think Justin Herbert is your 4 and 3. So I think a lot of it is what you guys are saying is just that he doesn't have like mechanics.
I don't think he's on top of everybody's third quarterback over here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen him lower than that. So
on an NFL team, I would actually, say the opposite, because a lot of people have him as the number 2 quarterback off the board. Don't be surprised if Miami takes him over Tua. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy if that happens.
Which will be a mistake. I
Be...
think Tua, like I said, could challenge Burrow, honestly, for the 1-1. So that's what I'm saying. That it's risk reward and it's calculated risk. I'd rather take the guy that has that skill set that has an injury over the guy that you have to work on and polish up. But I'm definitely not taking Jordan Love over Herbert. If I was an NFL,
you're telling me you gotta give him the love for the game. You gotta give him that heart.
Yeah.
Alone, I don't want to.
He has a leadership qualities, because you could tell like from his teammates. His teammates love him. But I just don't think that he's polished, and maybe he wasn't given that coaching at Oregon that's going to take him to that next level, or give him that drive that's going to turn him into a killer, because he has all the tools. He could be an excellent quarterback in the NFL. He just needs to put it all together.
My comp for Jordan Love is Russell Wilson, bro. That's how much more better he is than Justin Herbert.
Russell Wilson would run laps on Jordan Love out of Wisconsin.
His ceiling is Russell Wilson. I'm not saying he is Russell Wilson.
No, I mean I could see that. But I would differ.
Yeah, you want to add
Just
anything else?
Kaepernick.
Which wasn't bad for the first 2 years.
Yeah, I mean he does have the physical qualities. It's just, for me, his accuracy and heart that's kind of letting me down.
Yeah, and Jordan Love has a higher ceiling than him in general, even without those physical traits that he has. I just don't see what people are seeing in Herbert. I mean, prove me wrong, kid. But all I saw was one read and throw you this fastball at you and pray to God.
I know, but so does Jordan Love. Jordan Love throws one read and throws an interception, though.
But we've seen him.
So do you want the guy that turns the ball over?
But we've seen him. The thing is that we saw him do it in his sophomore year. I mean, look at his highlight from his sophomore year at least, with 3,500, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, that's almost as close as what Herbert was doing this year. I mean,
yeah, but Herbert did it consistently over his whole career with Oregon. He did it for 3 years at minimum.
True, but Love is also
you're just taking one. Nah, I doubt. No. Let's do this, because I think we're all kind of on the same stance. So you guys are pretty much sticking with your guy at 3.
They're both.
Let's see who finishes. No, I don't think so. I think maybe Herbert. Maybe Herbert goes behind someone like a Fitzpatrick or a Tyrod Taylor. But I think he takes them out, similar to what Drew Lock did last year, and see what they have in him over Jordan Love.
Let's say who takes over the starting role first.
But let's do this. Actually, let's do this. Let's go
Now
over.
Atlanta spots. I mean, we're going off of talent.
Let's go over the first 2 years of production. Let's make it fair. Let's see what they do over the first course of 2 years. Because obviously, if they're a prospect, they're going to be playing, a good chunk of that second year. Some, if not the majority of the first year as a rookie, but let's see what they do the second year. And let's come back to this conversation.
Either way, I think Love's going to be a starter before Herbert.
Who goes first, Herbert or Love?
Herbert.
Eddie.
Love.
I mean, it's a toss-up for me. If I was picking, I'll pick Love. But we'll see. We shall see.
We shall see.
Let's move on.
Only time will tell.
Our last quarterback here is Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma, 6'2", 218 pounds. Completed 69.7% of his passes for almost 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's a mobile quarterback, but I was watching this kid play. Just watching some CeeDee Lamb tape. I was so frustrated with this kid because he's a one read or I'm just going to take off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't like him. I didn't even want to put him on my top 5.
I don't blame you.
Honestly, he's definitely someone that benefited because he went to Oklahoma. He transferred to Oklahoma because he wasn't doing the same thing with Alabama.
Yeah.
There's a reason that he was taken out of that national championship game.
Yeah.
He lost his spot.
Yeah.
Oklahoma produced how many Heismans in a row? Baker, Kyler, and he was a Heisman finalist.
He was.
I mean, finalist. I don't know how, but anyway, he's very athletic. Obviously, we saw that during the time with Bama and with Oklahoma. I would have to agree. He's pretty much just kind of focused on one area. If CeeDee Lamb isn't open, then he's going to run.
He's gone.
He's durable. I'll say that. He could take a hit, and I don't know. He just doesn't possess the skills I want to see as a quarterback.
Even in a clean pocket, as soon as some of these linebackers get close to him, he just takes off. Doesn't even stand there, try at least take the hit or nothing. He just takes off.
Yeah, he needs a lot of work. I think he'll be someone that needs to definitely, if he has a skill set for it, would have to at least sit behind someone for 2 years to kind of understand what you have to do as a passer in the NFL. But I mean, he ran a 4.6, so he's fast for a quarterback.
Yeah. All right, any sleeper quarterbacks you guys want to mention that we didn't talk about?
There's a guy, but I can't think of his name. Well, you guys go ahead. Do you guys have any?
My guy, it's my sleeper. Not really a sleeper. I mean, I don't like him that much, but Jacob Eason. Pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a cannon arm quarterback too. He's more of a pocket passer. He's not going to really, run outside the pocket. But the thing about him is that he always throws the fastball. Like he doesn't know how to change velocity or nothing like that. He struggles under pressure. But I mean, let him sit behind somebody too. Let him learn how to throw some accurate footballs. Not always fast.
Yeah,
that's my guy, Jacob Eason, Washington.
I feel like it was hard to choose a sleeper because, like Henry said,
they're all sleepers.
after the first two,
Kalen Mond. I mean, he has arm talent. He could throw on the run, which is always nice, in the NFL. He's even accurate at times, but I don't think he's just consistent as what you want. But,
you said who'd you say, Eddie?
Kalen Mond.
Oh, okay. I thought you took my guy. My guy is Jake Fromm, Georgia.
Oh, Fromm. I forgot about him too. I had him on
hard worker.
Leadership is his best trait.
Of course, and that goes a long way. Look at Nick Foles. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl because of his leadership. People wanted to play hard for him. I think I saw him. I've actually been. I've seen him on a Netflix special. He's on. I don't know if you guys ever watched QB1. It's high school quarterbacks. He was on there.
Yeah.
I think the second season with Justin Fields was on there too. And you just see that the type of character, he has a good character, good head on his shoulders. He's a good leader, good teammate. He's poised, definitely can transition into a good scheme and be a scheme quarterback. I just think he has good placement too. Does he lack the arm strength? Yeah. Is he exciting?
Yeah.
No.
He lacks a lot of arm strength.
Yeah, he's lacking a lot of arm strength, but I think he could fit into a place where, he could dominate not dominate, but excel in the short to intermediate throws. I don't know. I think
he has questionable accuracy too.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's just very experienced too.
I think that's the problem with most of these quarterbacks in this draft class.
Of course.
Yeah, they're all riskier. Obviously, quarterback, it's a risk because not everyone's going to be a perfect prospect unless you're Andrew Luck or Trevor Lawrence. So everyone's going to have their weaknesses, but it's like I said, it's all risk.
I'm one to throw darts and try to pick out the best qualities out of a player and actually roll with it, but man, it was tough choosing these quarterbacks. I ain't gonna lie.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I was just watching film, like Henry said, just watching another play. It was tough.
All right, guys, real quick. Rank Murray, Haskins, and Jones with this class.
They're all number ones.
Well, I'll take Murray 101 still.
It's more like, where would you put Burrow?
Burrow 102.
Yeah, Burrow behind Murray. Then I'm going Tua. Yeah, Tua after that.
Yeah, same. Haskins, I'll probably put.
I think I'll put Jones over Haskins.
Love.
Right? Would you put Jones over Haskins?
I'll put Jones after Herbert. It's the 105 in my rankings. And Haskins would be after Love for me.
I don't know, because if Love was in the same position as Haskins, I think he would do better.
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to do worse.
Washington needs a lot of help.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, he's very limited on who he had there as a playmaker. But yeah, I'll probably put still Kyler at 101 over Burrow because he guy's just that arm strength. He's super athletic and he's just that's a perfect comp to Russell Wilson. That's a Russell Wilson type.
Kyler Murray?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Baseball background. Makes plays with his feet. Escapes the pocket very well. And possibly as a prospect, yeah, he was better than Wilson.
I believe Wilson is a better leader. Like Wilson's a leader like a motherfucker. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's his biggest quality.
In that aspect, no. Kyler Murray needs to working on the captain patch, but
oh yeah, you're definitely comparing him to a future Hall of Famer now, man. Yeah. Don't forget I'm a Seahawks fan.
Gosh.
That guy's gold, dude.
I don't know how. You got to explain that.
Pete Carroll, USC.
How do you Pete Carroll fan though?
Pete Carroll. Well, because USC. I used to watch USC when in the early 2000s with Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart,
Reggie White.
It wasn't Reggie White. It was LaDainian White.
Oh yeah.
LaDainian White. Yeah.
I actually liked him. I mean, I didn't watch him too much, but I liked him as a better runner than Reggie Bush in college. Anyway.
Yeah, they're the Thunder and Lightning, man, and I'm still that game against Texas. Just to go off tangent, that game against Texas, man, that's probably one of the best college football games of all time. But yeah, Pete Carroll, and then obviously for the longest time, the Niners were the Seahawks' biggest rival in the division. And obviously the Niners are from San Francisco, Dodgers, who are the biggest rival? The Giants, San Francisco. So made it easy for me to be a Seattle fan. Plus, I like Nirvana, man.
I wish I could live in Seattle. I love the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I don't think this is a question, but which quarterback finishes higher year one? The only quarterback that's been given a chance.
Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow. 25 interceptions and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Still finishes one. No, I think he has the talent to produce.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with Andy Dalton because I mean I know we all know.
I'm curious too, man. I mean, it's still not out the question that he's out of Cincy. So I'm
Like,
still very curious about that too.
What's the craziest thing that could happen to Andy Dalton right now? Go to the Patriots? Go to the Stars?
I think some way somehow he finds himself there.
He's traded to the Patriots.
Some way somehow, man.
Does Burrow sit under him for a couple games? Like,
I don't
what's gonna happen?
I think Burrow, you're wasting his first year. I mean, like we said, Burrow's the only NFL ready quarterback. And I don't see why he would have to sit behind Dalton.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
So
it makes no sense. You don't sit behind the red rifle. You become the red rifle.
And not like Dalton, dude. Dalton is an okay quarterback. I mean, he's not bad.
He's not bad at all.
No, I just think the scheme that was run there, man, just didn't benefit his playing style.
No.
I think he's going to be like a Ryan Tannehill, honestly.
I think he'll do great at the Steelers, though.
Oh, as the successor to Big Ben, yeah, of course. That's a good offense.
Big Ben's still there. I don't think that happens
for at least 2 years.
Big Ben. I don't think Big Ben's gonna last much longer.
Sorry, he will, man. He's a big cap hit to the Steelers. So if they drop him or if he retires, it's a big cap hit. So he's going to be there for at least 2 years before he retires.
I mean, Eli and Phillip Rivers. I mean, Rivers is still playing, I guess.
Yeah, Rivers is the one that I think retires at the end of the season. Okay. He's the one that's done.
I don't think Eli was a good quarterback ever. My motherfucker got Super Bowls. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think he was ever a good quarterback either. He had okay seasons, but he was never great.
He was good in the postseason, I'll tell you that. That guy had a killer instinct. He woke up his inner Peyton and Manning.
He got beat up by his brother. And
he's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who has the most Super Bowls? Actually, they're tied for Super Bowls.
Yeah, they are.
They both have 2.
I bet you they're both happy about that. I bet you Peyton's happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, I caught up to my younger brother.
Yeah.
He's the only one that beat Brady twice in a Super Bowl. Yeah, he has that. He definitely has that at Thanksgiving dinner. Like, who beat Tom Brady twice, huh? In the Super Bowl.
ODB.
It was me.
No. Yeah, it was me, son. Me. Yeah.
So that ODB with
you guys left for something new?
Let's go.
You guys want to bid on players right here, live? Kind of see where we assess the value. Everyone puts a player off the block. You get offer player pick, and we can maybe accept one live on air. You guys down? We'll all take turns.
So you're putting in a player from your team?
A player from your team on the block. Between the two of you, you guys get both bid. If something excites, it's enticing.
All right, I got one player.
Send it through. All right, go ahead.
Kareem Hunt.
Ooh,
that's a tough one, huh? Yeah,
that's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
I've been debating if I want to ship him away or not. He's gonna be an RB2. I mean, with that upside of an RB1, but I mean, it's not gonna be weekly. It's not
When's that upside gonna ever come for team?
If he leaves the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, if he leaves the Browns or Chubb gets hurt in front of him, I mean, he's an automatic RB1 after that.
No shit, but
I think I'm more banking on him not re-signing with the Browns after this season. That's kind of where my value is. Barring injury, if Chubb goes down, obviously, yeah, he has the potential.
Yeah.
But as an RB2, I see it as probably the RB3.
Would you guys trade a first-round pick for him?
No, not unless I had like the 110 to 112.
Okay,
possibly. I don't know, Eddie. You wanna make an offer? I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Honestly, it's hard to assess the value right here.
Nah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you
But
guys.
you're the one that came up with this.
Hey, you guys said
I know,
put a player out there.
Yeah, you said put a player out
Yeah.
there. Don't mean that I'm gonna have a deal for you guys.
And I honestly, I've been shopping him, but I don't know. Everybody's opinion is different.
Yeah, I mean, he showed what he could do in Kansas City, and he kind of showed how effective he was as a pass catcher. I mean, he showed that he could definitely be a feature back, or he could definitely be the third down role type of get back. So I don't know.
I think I want to pass too because I don't think I have a player that could actually.
If I had the
compared to
201, I would offer it to you for Kareem Hunt
I wouldn't do it.
and be satisfied.
I wouldn't do it for the
That's the
201.
furthest I would go, but I don't have that, and I'm not giving up my first round picks for him.
I'm
Unless you're
already
giving me
kind of
something back.
heavy on running backs, so I mean that's another reason I would pass.
Okay, you have another player, Henry, or is that the only guy that you wanted to put on the block?
Go ahead. Your guys' turn.
Eddie, you're on your phone, so tell us who you would put on the block. We can maybe do 2 turns of this, or if you just want to do 1 turn.
Philip Lindsay.
I'll give you 2/3 for Philip Lindsay.
2 turns.
I think that's
I don't know,
fair.
man. I just don't feel comfortable at all.
What thirds though?
I believe it's a 306 and a 308. So they're mid to late. Well, they're both mid. You're both mid thirds.
The way
I don't know, man.
the way our mock draft
like I said,
went,
I don't think he's gonna give up that position so easy.
the way our mock draft went, I would take that deal.
Yeah. You never know. It could probably be a good deal.
Look, listen. I already.
Or you're breaking it.
I
I
think
said I already got. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
I said I already got enough picks for the players I actually want from the draft. So, and to tell the truth, I don't even think that mock draft was so sincere. You know.
It wasn't, but I
Well,
mean,
no one
it
knows-
still,
no one allowed spots.
yeah, it still shows the players are falling though. It still shows what's available in those rounds.
Yeah. You're still going to walk away with a
Yeah.
potential steal.
Yeah, I mean, it's DJ Dallas and Keyshawn Vaughn, they dropped. I mean, regardless if people were taking it serious or not.
Yeah, they were never on my favorites. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the offer I would give
that's
you.
a
I
tough
probably
one.
would.
I'll pass
like
on.
I said, I don't think he's gonna give up that position.
I'll pass on Lindsey though.
All right. Well, okay. So let's do this one.
Who you got?
I've been trying to
Alex?
sell.
What you mean?
I've been trying to sell this players. Not that I don't like him. Nor do I think he's going to be a bust, or do I not see him returning value? But Debo, you guys want to buy Debo off of me?
I give you the 203.
What's
Not
your
my 40
price?
pool.
So,
I
like,
give you the 203 right now.
Nope.
Hell no.
Negative.
Terry,
Yeah, hell
Terry,
no.
or Debo?
Debo.
Really?
Yeah, Terry's gonna have an alpha in Washington soon.
And you don't think Debo will?
He already does. Kittle.
You don't think if Judy drops, you don't think the Niners pick him up?
Yeah, but you're playing in a Kyle Shanahan offense. He could still get 1,000 yards with Judy there
Nah.
as
I
a
wouldn't bank on
complimentary
that.
piece.
I wouldn't bank on that.
think we're going nowhere, boys.
I think
we're going nowhere.
Kittle, Judy, the running backs, Debo.
We're like a slick in mud right now, boys. We
I
ain't
wouldn't
going
bank on
nowhere.
that, buddy.
I think you're wrong there.
I wouldn't bank
I
on
think
that.
you're very wrong there.
I mean, I don't remember Atlanta producing 2 wide receiver ones or 1 wide receiver besides Julio.
Who did they have during Kyle Shanahan? Was Calvin Ridley there?
No, he wasn't.
I don't think so. Yeah,
But
I mean, they had Sanu.
Yeah, the Sanu.
Sanu
He did okay, but he wasn't a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah, but you got to think about the talent. Debo's a dog, man. Debo's a dog. He's gonna get his regardless, and
Okay,
they
but
trust it.
you're trying to
in
get
order-
rid of him for a high price that nobody's really trying to get rid of him though.
I'm not trying to get him at a high price.
What's the lowest
I'm just trying to get a
first
fair
round
volume.
pick?
Okay, well, what's your value then?
What's the lowest first round pick that you'll take for Debo?
The lowest?
Yeah.
Probably the pick that I have, 108. I mean, that's probably the lowest.
I don't blame you.
I've seen people give up the 104 at the earliest for Debo.
So the only thing you'll get rid of him for is picks.
No. I mean, I would do players, but I'm just saying that's where my value is a mid first.
Okay, but a lot of players, McLaurin is fucking valued more than a 108. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
It depends. Depends on who you talk to.
I mean,
yeah, it's possible.
I'll take McLaurin for his career over Debo. I just don't think Debo is going to be an alpha.
I beg to differ there.
He's always going to be second or third in that offense.
He showed he was an alpha. That's why he got an aging receiver. Pretty much was irrelevant towards the end of the season.
He plays too much like LaVisca for him to be dependable for me.
No. LaVisca plays a little bit too much like him. Don't get it twisted now.
Well, I'm just okay, but I'm telling you who's the more injury prone.
LaVisca.
Make me an offer for Mecole Hardman.
Mecole? Now that Sammy Watkins re-signed, I'll give you a third.
Even with Watkins re-signing, I still believe that he's going to be the second there. Or third behind Kelsey, of course.
Third behind Tyreek Hill.
Wait, yeah. Third behind
Kelsey.
This is going to be a third of the episode.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I mean, we're just sharing the values out there. I mean,
I'll be comfortable giving an early second if I had one.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was aiming at. If there was a team with an early second, I think
probably like a 203, 204 range if I had one.
Yeah.
This would be very useful if we had everybody from the league in this chat right now.
Oh my goodness, we wouldn't get nothing done.
No, we would though. Because one person by one person, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that pick. You want it?
Yeah, you guys want it? No. It'll be a bidding war. I mean, that'd be pretty legit. We should probably do that, like bidding wars, like style. Like everyone puts like what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Everybody like throws a buzzard in. I want that player. I'll get this player.
If nothing comes from it, we learn about players. That's it.
I mean,
good idea.
But I don't think nobody's doing shit right now. I'd tell you that.
The biggest thing is just getting to know like what people actually think of players and like where they value them.
Yeah, that's what I told you guys. Build a rapport. People get to see what people like and what people don't like, and what they value higher.
I value mine high because I make the decision to reach on my players. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the playing style I like. No, and that's just me talking from.
It's like, dynasty though. You got to take the players you like. So it's not reaching if that's who you value. You know. True. If you value that player in the first, that's your guy in the first. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and grab him because you're not going to have an opportunity to get him again.
All right. Before I lose my train of thought.
My bad. Yeah. Go ahead.
What I was saying is like I don't think I reach on them because I like their value at where I got them. Now other players, not just y'all, drafted players based on their value. So we just got to find that out somehow.
I mean, I wouldn't say I drafted.
What it really depends on
AJ.
It really depends on like who you're drafting with. You know, like with me, I like to draft based on the value, like where they're actually going. And a lot of people, don't know all these rookies like we do at least. So a lot of the times some of them will be drafting based on a site's ranking or even the sleepers app ranking or something like that, and they'll just draft based on that. So then when you draft somebody who's ranked low, then you probably reached in the sense that you probably could have had him another round later. I mean, yeah, there's a chance that somebody else might snipe you or, draft them earlier than expected, but the chances are, at least in the leagues that we're in together.
Based off the mock, Alex is going to snipe me, boy, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a lot of value.
Yeah.
A lot of value drop. I mean, like we said, I don't think it was serious. I don't think everybody was taking it serious. So I don't see. I don't.
A good majority was.
I don't see a lot of these players being dropped in the 3rd round to 4th round. Man, that was a little ridiculous to me.
McLaurin dropped in the 2nd round and the 3rd round in the League of Thrones. So
I don't know because
possible.
Henry, when we was doing the running back shit, you said most of my shits was sleepers, but now you could watch all kinds of podcasts and see that they're really not.
Okay,
Darrington Evans, yeah, I've been hearing a lot of Darrington Evans, and I would say you did mention him before. I heard his name even more, but I'm hearing his name circulating a lot.
Yeah, it's a sleeper running back.
Or
but
Zach Moss was the only one that I didn't really.
Zach Moss is not a sleeper.
He's cool. He's decent.
You always got to draft based on value or based on where your tier is. If you think of players in a higher tier than where they're at, you just think like, man, this guy's going to be great. Like that's what I thought about AJ Brown. I'm like, man, I got to get AJ. Like I'm gonna try to get. I gave up too much, but I think I caught up the ground. I got my grounds back after. But I just thought that maybe that's going to be a guy that's going to take that summit all the way up to the possible wide receiver 1 territory. Not maybe next year, but the years after. This is Dynasty.
But you don't see that in DK?
Oh, yeah, dude. I kept telling you guys. That DK is not going to be a bust. Yeah, 900 yards.
No, but compare the two.
To A.J. Brown I'll take A.J. Brown all day over DK. But they're probably 1 and 2.
But in quarterbacks, you won't do the same.
What do you mean?
Love and Herbert.
Oh, no, of course, because that's a different position. It's much more difficult to be a quarterback than a wide receiver.
Since we're on the subject, where should Joe Burrow, Tua go? What round?
Oh, on a rookie?
Yes.
Back of the 2nd, early 3rd.
Both or just one?
I think Burrow will go mid-2nd. I could see Burrow going mid-2nd.
I can see Burrow 207, 208. I think that's where he should go.
I've seen Burrow go at the end of the 1st in several mock drafts. So
was it super? Even if it was super flex, that'd be stupid. If it's super flex, it's a different question.
He's 101.
He's 101 no matter what.
It was two super flex, and then the rest were just regular.
Yeah, if it's super flex, it's without a doubt Joe, Tua, and then so on. But
obviously, you're talking about 2 quarterback, right? A 2 quarterback?
No, just our league. In
a 1 quarterback settings. League.
Oh,
where should he go?
I don't know. That you got to do them separately. Burrow at the end of the 1st, Tua late 2nd, early 3rd.
Joe late 2nd. I just don't see why people would reach. Why take Burrow so early?
I don't know. I want to get Love in the 5th, just so I don't got to worry about anything. But
you'll find him in the 5th. You'll find him in the 5th.
But I don't know. Like it depends. It depends. I really think he got the quality to be pretty damn good.
Yeah, me too.
We're back on this, guys. Let's stop living in the past. We'll see what he does at the end of the season.
I'll be better than Herbert, man.
Team Herbert. Team Herbert, man.
Nah.
We should have put a fucking bet on this.
I thought we did.
Oh, I mean, like a gentleman's bet. They didn't put no
Man, we
put
put
no
so many
liquor
bets
on
on this. Who's
Yeah.
taking track of all these bets, man?
Nobody.
I'm sure
I only
not.
got one. I only got one against Henry. So
I think I got like a 5 against like 5 different people.
Yeah.
Don't put this.
That's-
Like, if
that's
no
you.
one
Shit,
records
the
it,
only-
then I don't know.
The only
you're
ones.
the only one to still essential worker head ass. All of us is
Yeah,
waiting
man.
on stimulus checks.
I'm waiting on the check too, man.
All right, guys. Any final
You
remarks?
You shouldn't get one.
Any
Yeah,
final
right.
remarks?
No. NFL draft 2 weeks. I can't wait for that. Oh, you got your shower curtains back up, man. I just barely
Yeah.
noticed that. Your gift wrap.
No,
Get out the shower, man. Damn.
they're fabric. Actually, last episode, I was actually in the bathroom. But y'all didn't know that, did you?
Never would have asked.
Yep.
You're a flush. I was like, oh shit, we're talking about Raiders again.
Nah. Don't even do that.
No, I don't got any final remarks.
Yep. I'm all out of wine too. So
There it goes
We
again.
just got-
Damn.
Alex.
Like the 5th time it happens.
All right, guys. It's been good. This has been your host, Henry Rodriguez, Alex Martinez, Eduardo Martinez. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like, what you don't like.
because we got that stick talk. That stick talk.
And on the iTunes, Spotify,
Yeah, the
leave us
ATF
a
on us.
review, man. Yeah. There it goes again. You caught it this time. All right, guys, been good. Dynasty Rookie
All right, man.
mode out.
Later.